Coming to you live from Northern Lights Daylilies in West Concord, Minnesota. They don't all have to be funny. It's Buffalo Buffalo! It's Buffalo, 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 yeah! Hello and welcome once again to another edition of the Buffalo Buffalo podcast where we buffalo with the buffalo until the buffalo roam home. I don't know.
You kind of lost it halfway through there.
Figuring that out as I went, and it went nowhere. Anyway, workshop what works and usually spit out what doesn't. That's fine. We just deal with it. Anyway, I'm here. I'm Pake. I'm the game master this week. Joined, as always, I don't even know why it's like expecting that I'm gonna say something different one of these weeks. Probably not. Daphne, Jerry, and Jeff, the other buffalo. How you guys doing?
Excellent.
I feel like shit. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry you're sick.
So I don't have whiskey tonight. I'm just drinking Dayquil instead.
Nice. On that scissor.
Isn't it about the time of day you should switch to the nighttime version of that drink?
Maybe. Pretty soon.
No, I wouldn't want to do it right now and get drowsy halfway through, so probably be good to go.
That could be entertaining, though.
Yeah.
It'd be more like whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is a cold and not a flu?
I believe so. Yeah.
Also, for everybody here, once anyone listening to this podcast is going to be that's like a month ago, so it doesn't pertain to you. But at least the day we're recording this here, happy Burt Gummer Day, everyone.
Yes. It is a huge holiday in the Tremors community. From what I understand, they've been trying to make it a national holiday, but it hasn't been able to get approved.
I guess.
It was a joke.
I know.
It works for me. I'll support it.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
I'm all for it.
I mean, it would be very gross misconduct to not include Michael's character.
Oh, I get it.
Into United States history.
You made me shake my head with that joke. Thank you very much.
Good.
That's a high bar, sir.
Yeah, I try. Good to be back. If everything feels weird, we're recording on a night we usually don't, and I think we're all just confused. But
I'm usually confused though, so this is just normal for me.
Yeah, well, I have a little bit of an excuse to be confused because we're being slow poached at work all day long.
Fun.
This afternoon, because it got up to like 88, I think, here today, and the office was 85.
That's not okay.
Okay.
Ugh.
No, that is like putting you into a sleep coma. Slowly.
Yeah, that's why I say it was very hard to concentrate this afternoon.
I don't doubt it.
So you said slow poached, and my mental image was just a bunch of sloths wearing camo with guns, creeping around the office, hunting each of you down.
Probably be pretty easy to avoid them, but
yeah. Do you have anything of value that they're trying to poach for you? I don't know.
No, Jerry, are they going to turn the air conditioning on for you?
They're working on it.
Working on it. Shouldn't they just be able to turn it on?
it's not just a switch.
Yeah. No, this building is very notorious for being very bad with their air conditioning and heating.
I do remember that you have worked from home in the past because of similar issues to this.
Yeah, well, if it continues and it gets really upsetting and we start complaining, if it hits 90, I'm gone. I'm going to come home.
Yeah.
So
I think 80 is enough for me.
Yeah, honestly, 80's high enough.
His office building works on a little gremlin system that sits around, and he goes, "The comfy breeze I will let free once you answer riddles 3." That's how you get... So they're working on it so they can get the air
It makes
going.
sense. It makes sense.
His riddles this week have been fucking tough.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that you knew that, Pake.
Yeah.
You're familiar with the gremlin system of Jerry's building.
I am. Yeah. I helped install it.
That job I left like 5 years ago, that building was very bad because one side, like this time of year, they would have the air, when they start up kicking the air conditioning on, my part of the building would be 90 and the inside part of the building would be 55.
What do you mean the inside? Are you on the outside? You're looking in?
They had like a little balcony thing that would hang off that he would go out. Yeah.
You can see through me? See your true colors.
No, it was one part of the building that it's because like one of these old tilt-up wall buildings, and the outside of it was like sitting.
Oh, a lean-to. Got it.
Like kind of like a lean-to.
You work in a lean-to. Excellent.
Got it.
I'm glad you left that job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for other reasons, I left that job.
No, it was mostly because of the lean-to.
Yes, mostly because of the lean-to.
Yep.
No, but I really love where I'm at now. The job is tough, but it is so worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
That's great.
I guess it's my game again this week.
Right.
I feel like we're off a little bit just because...
As I said, it's a different day. None of us know what to do.
Well, I'm a little bit less talkative than normal. So, and usually I just don't shut up.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, he's Jeff with only one F.
Jeef.
Yeah.
Jeef.
Yeah, I think recording on a Monday is just different for us.
It is, in fact, a different day than Tuesday.
It is 1/7 different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different day. I feel like by Tuesday we've gotten into the groove of the week, and so it's easier. Either that or it's because we're also recording about 2 hours earlier than usual, which is great for Jerry because he'll be more alert.
Yeah. And it'll actually be my bedtime by the time we finish.
Yeah. Well, this is a 4-hour episode this week, so...
Oh, awesome. Great.
Very in-depth game.
What type of game do you have for us if
We're
it's
going to play
be
Mario
4
Party.
hour?
but I found a way to make it
podcast.
work audio only for the listeners. It's very in-depth. It's extremely complex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I do have my Switch with me, but it's just not charged up now, so...
But you know where it is, and that is half the battle.
It is right here.
Ooh, very nice.
Yes. I mean, It wouldn't be fun for our listeners, but there was a time that I thought we could play the game. Where did Jerry put his Switch?
This week.
Because he never knew where it was when we wanted to play
it's a good thing he
Mario Kart.
knows where it is, and knowing is important.
Yeah.
No, I just got to keep it in a charger, but I don't know where I put that charging stand.
Yeah. Daphne said it earlier.
I'm dead serious. I do not know where I put that charging stand.
Love it. Now he has a Switch, but no charger.
I just plug it in with because it's a C plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daphne said it earlier that knowing is half the battle, and I learned that at a young age from Gastrointestinal Joseph.
Oh my god.
Gastrointestinal.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah, he was... I wanted to come up
No,
with
I'm
something
just letting that one sit.
for me to say there. And I can't, but I will say this. Jerry also plays his Switch not like anyone I know. I put mine in a docking station, and then I have a controller, and I have it on my can play on a television. Jerry just plays it
Like
Handheld.
a madman.
That's what I do too.
handheld.
uh-huh.
Oh, give me that look.
You don't... You didn't hook it up
No.
to your TV?
No.
It's much more fun and vibrant
I
that
just
way.
haven't done it.
Shame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
But
Sorry.
You're missing out.
Okay. I was gonna say, and we have this week in texting snafus.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. What the hell
what
was
that
that,
was.
Jerry?
Okay, so Daphne today says, so can we record at 9 Eastern? Then we should be able to play games after or before, but starting at 9 Eastern. Jeff says, I'm good with 6 PDT. Daphne replies, okay, great. And then I come in. I will let you know if there are any issues at work. Sometimes I need to stay lavender today deadline.
And what did you mean by that, Jerry?
I mean, sometimes it's like, there are times when I need to stay late due to a deadline. It's like...
Lavender today deadline.
Lavender today deadline.
Yeah, so Jerry is officially lavender. That is the official.
It's too bad you can't edit your text.
Now until the end.
If only there was a way to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't in that one. It's really difficult in that chat thread.
You never know.
I wonder why.
Because it's not.
Oh, it's green bubble disease,
and it's not in Discord disease.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, no, no, we're not doing it.
Okay.
It's just as much work to go to a Discord thread that it is to go to a chat thread.
No, it isn't. It really isn't.
No, it isn't. No. Help your friends. If
friends don't let friends use Android.
And if they do,
shun them.
Give them a hard time so they someday might feel like switching, but they won't.
Yeah, you are more than free to buy me an iPhone.
They are not more than free. They are more than free.
We've been over this.
They're a lot more than free. There's several hundred more than free.
Several hundred per month more than free.
Friends, encourage friends to dump the Android and go to Apple and get an iPhone. Unfortunately, we can't get people to do that. So we're in the green bubble mafia.
And what's wrong with the green bubble mafia?
You can't edit your texts. That's what we've been discussing this whole time.
You get special little notifications when Jerry has liked something.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes GIFs and photos just don't, and videos don't post. Yeah. Or it will separate itself into a random different chat thread for like one or two messages and then bounce back.
Yes, that was interesting. That
happened. You didn't show me when it does that.
It did this week.
Okay, but we won't be able to see it until we're all together again.
Correct.
Well, I'll take a screenshot of it and send it to you. And
you can put it in Discord.
Sometimes, no, I try to send an image. I have this new rule. I will try to send it twice, and if it doesn't go through to our text chat, I send it to Pake and Jeff.
But you won't put it. Just put it in Discord.
No, I'm not giving in. Jerry, I am stubborn.
You may know that.
I am really incredibly stubborn.
No.
I've never known you to be stubborn, Daphne.
Both feet are on the ground. Not doing it. I'm incredibly stubborn. I got it from my dad.
Well, yeah, it's like, if you want to think you're stubborn, you haven't met me yet.
Oh, I have met you. You're the one that out of our group gets up at 5 or 6 in the morning while the rest of us are probably just have gone to bed.
Oh my gosh. That was fun. That was fun to live together for a few days and just like wow, we are very some of us are very different.
Yes. But some of us are very similar, and there was a lot of laughing.
Yes.
A lot of laughing. And we finally got Jerry to join the Dropout world.
Yay.
Yes.
From a 20% discount standpoint, I really like it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good transition into the game, finally. Today,
well, sorry.
You guys just won't
we're having fun, Pake.
Yeah, how dare we have fun, Pake? God. How dare us?
No. But,
this podcast has never been about having fun.
Right. We have business to attend to. Yeah, so this week I'm adapting another Dropout fan favorite in the form of Actually. Of course, rules are a little different, a little changed. You don't have to say Actually, just give me the answers. However,
do we have to buzz in?
That's what I'm trying to decide. Like, I think like it's just like raise your hand kind of buzz in thing to whenever somebody feels. Because the way I'm going to do that to keep people from just shouting out stuff is you get one guess. That's it. So think about it. However, and so those who don't know how the game works, I'll go ahead and say I will be reading off in this version different synopses, facts, things tied into, or even like biographies of movies, TV shows, actors, things like that. And I have changed something in there, or sometimes more than one thing. Some of these have two. That are incorrect about that statement, synopsis, factoid, whatever. And while I'm reading it, if you realize that that's what's wrong, you can go ahead and like interrupt and like buzz in, raise your hand, or say, "Hey, I know it," if I'm reading and not paying attention to the screen. But let me know, and you can just jump in when you know it. But you only get one guess, with the answer being 1 point for finding out what the wrong thing is. So if you're like, well, that's incorrect, but I'm not exactly sure what the correct thing, what it's supposed to be, you still get 1 point for pointing out what that is, and then another point for then correcting it and having the correct information there. So 2 separate points. Some of these, and I'll let you know after you find the first one, if there is a second one, that then we can continue on and find that second one. Everybody know what's going on? We good? Jerry doesn't watch a billion episodes of them, actually, so I make sure he knows. He hasn't had a chance to binge through it yet, so, but he will now.
It's okay, Jerry. It'll only take you a couple of weeks, and you can get started after we finish recording. You might have a bunch of it watched by next week.
Because he's got nothing else to do.
Yeah, because I have absolutely nothing else to do during the day.
Not a thing.
Just watch it while you're at work. It's not like your work is important or anything.
Some of these things are extremely, not even pedantic, but as much as like, why would I know that that's the correct thing? But that's sometimes what's fun about it. And I'll reveal, and then some of them will hopefully just have you like rolling eyes, like, really? That's the thing we changed? All right.
Yes.
So
Pake, are these things that live in your head things that you actually knew?
No, I went online and copy and pasted a bunch of like synopses and things, and then went through and changed stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. I was just wondering if it was something that lives in your head, because sometimes when I'm at trivia and we have like a music round, I know that the answers probably live in Rob's head. So I just was wondering whose brain I need to be trying to connect with.
The internet's brain. I mean, but the things that I changed, those came from me. So there's that. All right.
Yes.
First one is about actor who also, it is his birthday today, which is why I included him. Anthony Michael Hall. So Anthony Michael Hall was born in West Roxbury, Massachusetts. His parents are Mercedes Hall, an actress, blues and jazz singer, and Stephen Hall, who owned an auto body shop. His stepfather is a show business manager. His sister, Mary Christian, is also a performer. He has Irish and Italian ancestry. Hall's given name was Michael Anthony Thomas Charles Hall, but he adopted the Anthony Michael moniker because the swapping of those names sounded more unique and therefore more memorable.
So I obviously know Anthony Michael Hall's entire biography. I've memorized his Wikipedia article.
Anybody have
I'm
any
going
guesses?
To buzz in and say something you said was wrong.
That is true.
All right, that's 1 point for me.
Two things I said were wrong, in fact. And again, you don't have to make the exact correction if you can at least guess on which thing.
Now, I am going to say that the father's name was wrong.
That is correct, as far as it was an incorrect name I gave. Yeah, I am being that small. I changed his dad's name. You are correct. Do you have a guess on what his father's name actually is?
Absolutely. It was Steven Tyler.
Okay.
I believe that was his father, yeah. It's a little known fact.
All right, Daphne or Jerry, either of you have a guess on his father's name? Because I'll give you a point if you get it right. It's just a shot in the dark, I'm sure, but you can go for it.
His name, the father's name is Michael Anthony Hall.
No.
Okay. So Anthony Michael Hall actually was an actor that I watched.
Oh, okay.
I have also watched him.
Yeah, that's not part of the question.
No. As a teenager.
Actually, I did watch him.
As a teenager, so I'm trying to think. Wikipedia didn't exist back then or anything, so it wasn't like I could go dig dirt
you
on
were
him or
reading
anything.
Tiger Beat.
Yeah, I don't think that info was in Tiger Beat. It was mostly posters and little random factoids about nothing.
And, like, what foods he likes. And
I'm gonna... You know what? I was just reading something about CM Punk and his dog earlier.
This is relevant. Somehow.
I'm gonna go with, like, Larry.
So now that Daphne has Googled what Michael Anthony Hall's father's name was,
What?
What, is it Larry?
Larry Hall.
What? You couldn't stand it if I was
pulling
right
that out of your ass is pretty amazing. So, and you said there was something else wrong in there as well, or?
There is one other thing, yes.
Can I take a stab at this one?
Yeah.
You said it was Michael Gross's birthday today.
No, it's Burt Gummer Day.
Burt Gummer Day. Okay, I wasn't sure about that. So just had to be sure.
I have no guesses.
All right. The other part, I said that his given name was Michael Anthony Thomas Charles Hall, but he adapted the Anthony Michael moniker because swapping those names around was a little bit more unique. Actually, no, the name Michael Hall was already a member of the Screen Actors Guild, so he had to change it.
Of course. That is extremely small and pedantic and ridiculous, and why the fuck would anybody know that?
Right, exactly.
Nobody knows this shit.
That's what's fun about it. Some of these will be a little easier. I started with a doozy just to be like, here's what I'm capable of. But that is a point for Daphne, point for Jeff to start.
Okay, I do have to ask, will any of these things be engineering related?
No.
Darn it!
They will not.
No.
They're all mostly entertainment related. The next one is about the Wheel of Time.
Excellent.
Set in a high fantasy world where everyone uses magic, a woman named Moraine crosses paths with 5 young men and women. This sparks a dangerous, world-spanning journey based on the book series by Robert Jordan.
Buzz. Not everybody uses magic. There are only certain people who can channel.
That's 2 points for Jeff. Yeah.
That was a much simpler one.
Yeah, we were talking before officially recording, and he brought up Wheel of Time, and I was like, well, he's going to get that one. Then I know that.
That was a much, much simpler question than the entire biography of Anthony Michael Hall.
Right. So some of these are a lot easier. Okay. Next is about, and a lot of these are kind of not specifically, I didn't choose them just because they're revolving around Podcastica stuff, but they're just some of the most popular stuff that's going on right now, which Podcastica is amazing and happens to cover. So the next one is about the White Lotus. An all-star cast heads to a resort to unleash their worst, most privileged impulses. The series is a sharp social satire following the exploits of a group of vacationers that visit different locations of the fictional White Lotus resort chain, whose stay becomes affected by their various dysfunctions. A month in the life of the vacationers unravels as they relax and rejuvenate in paradise. With each passing day, a darker complexity emerges in these picture-perfect travelers, the hotel's cheerful employees, and the idyllic locale itself.
I'm going to buzz in. I don't believe it's a month. I think it's, I want to say 2 weeks. You
will get 1 point for correctly finding that it is not a month. However, the official time is not 2 weeks.
Buzz?
Yes, Jerry.
I got 2 things.
Okay.
I don't believe it's a chain, and it is over the course of 1 week.
All right, Jerry gets a point for the week correction, but it is, a chain of different White Lotus hotels around the world. Yeah. However, there is a second thing that is wrong, so he was kind of on, so there may be something in that realm-ish. If somebody has a guess. Daphne?
Nope, don't watch it.
Don't even want to have a stab at it? All right. The other thing, and this is, again, the small things, where I said a group of vacationers visit the different locations. It is actually for the most part, various different characters. Each season has different people in each location. There are some crossovers, but for the most part, it's not one group of people that go to all the different places. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. You said that, yeah.
Yeah. Flew in one ear at the other.
Yeah. All right. Daphne seems like she's having a wonderful time with us talking about all these shows and things that she doesn't watch. So we're going to really go right back up her alley this time. The next one is about Ari Aster's Midsummer.
Oh, the look on her face.
Daphne's favorite movie by her favorite director.
Yes. Danny, played by Florence Pugh, and Christian, played by Jack Rayner, are a young American couple with a relationship on the brink of falling apart. But after a family tragedy keeps them together, Christian invites a grieving Danny to join him and his college class on a research trip to a once-in-a-lifetime midsummer festival in a remote Swedish village. What begins as a carefree summer holiday in the North European land of eternal sunlight takes a sinister turn when the insular villagers invite their guests to partake in festivities that render the pastoral paradise increasingly unnerving and viscerally disturbing.
I don't think that the family tragedy brought them together. I mean, maybe it did, but I didn't think it did.
I was thinking something in that area, too.
That is, at least according to this kind of synopsis, the viewpoint of that. That is correct.
I will take a shot on this. They are not both American.
They
okay.
are.
I thought they were, but just was a easy one to take a shot with.
Yeah. Jerry, you got anything?
You sure it was Sweden? I thought it might have been Norway.
It is Sweden.
It is Sweden. Okay.
So the one is, as I said, he invites her to join him and his college class on a research trip. It's actually just a group of friends wanting to go on a vacation together, a trip. No college class, no research trip. All right, Oscar boys. Me and Jeff. All right, this next one is about the film Better Man.
Mm-hmm.
This is an amazing story about one of the most famous pop artists of the 90s and 2000s. Robbie Williams is not just a talented singer, he is a charismatic and scandalous star, who in his youth set himself the goal of breaking through and becoming famous throughout the world as a musician and actor. The film tells how Robbie felt wild as a child and to prove to everyone that he was capable of achieving a lot, and he immersed himself in music.
I will take issue with him being one of the most famous.
At least in the UK, for sure.
Never seen it, so I can't answer.
Nothing in that really struck me as... I mean, I already did a joke answer, but I really... Nothing in that struck me as being wrong.
Again, I get really pedantic with some things.
I only know him from Take That. Like, that's the only way I really know who he is.
That might actually tie into the correct answer a little bit. Does anybody have an official guess?
I don't have anything.
I said he had set a goal to become famous as a musician and actor. He really wasn't chasing acting goals. Okay. It was just music. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Not an actor. Although he is the lead actor in this movie about himself, doing mocap stuff, and he's a monkey the whole time. It's honestly, I wasn't sure how I was going to like it, and then I ended up really loving it.
Yeah, I remember you put off watching it.
Mm.
Yeah, and then when he watched it, he went bananas.
I did. All right, the next one is about the Netflix miniseries Adolescence. Been blowing up a lot lately.
Never heard of it.
When an 11-year-old is accused of the murder of a classmate, his family, therapist, and the detective in charge are all left asking what really happened.
Got it.
Yes, Jerry.
He's 13.
He is 13. That is correct. 2 points for you.
And I don't think there's a family therapist. It's the social worker at the police department.
Well, his family, therapist.
Okay.
And,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good. It was just the one, yeah.
Just the
one. It was
thing?
a small little thing, so I was like, just change the age and just make it. That's a small little thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I should add about that is I love the way they film it. It's all in one of those the one shot take or the one take motions.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it yet myself, but I really need to. I've heard a lot of good things.
It is so good. I'm only halfway through it, but I'm really loving it.
Nice. Add it to the list of a billion things I'm trying to catch up on. All right. Now that Daphne's fully checked out completely and just doing her own thing, this next one is about Andy Muschietti's It from 2017.
All right.
Undoubtedly, something is going on in the once peaceful late 1980s town of Derry, Maine, as a seemingly endless string of violence, murder, and unaccountable child disappearances terrorize the small community. Against the backdrop of anguished remorse after the recent death of innocent 6-year-old Georgie Denbrough, the close-knit band of school pariahs, or the Lucky Seven, Georgie's troubled older brother, Bill, the bullied new... Yes.
It's the Losers Gang. They were the losers instead of the Lucky Seven.
I'll give you a point for knowing it's not Lucky Seven officially, which is... but there is something a little extra to it.
Buzz.
Than just, yes.
It's the Losers Club?
That's right.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
However, there is a second thing in here, which I hadn't got to yet, so I'll continue on. So the Losers Club, Georgie's troubled older brother Bill, the bullied new classmate Ben Hanscom, the ill-treated Beverly Marsh, the playful Richie Tozer, another bullied classmate Mike Hanlon, the asthmatic Eddie Kasprack, and the fastidious Stanley Uris. Pluck up the courage to confront their well-hidden childhood fears and blood-curdling clown-like shapeshifter who lives in their twisted visions. Nevertheless, is the malevolent bright-eyed demon indeed the nightmarish creature that horrifies Derry? Either way, the otherworldly entity needs to feed, and the young team of defenders are no match for him. Do they have what it takes to face it? Daphne, we covered the movie. You got something?
I don't know. Like, I went through all
I was doing that too.
Names in my head, like, trying to figure out if it was the names and if one of the adjectives was different. And I didn't think any of them were.
Eddie is not really asthmatic.
Technically true.
That is an interesting... It's not what
Very
I was going
technically
for.
True.
But technically,
It's a placebo.
It's a gazebo.
Oh, it's a gazebo. That's right.
It's a gazebo. It's bullshit. That is a good one. Because I mean, technically, that's true in like the synopsis of like the setup. But
you got to give a point for that.
I do. I have to give Jerry a point for that. It's not what I was looking for, but yeah, it is a good point. So I guess that technically makes 3. Any other stab at it at all?
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything.
All right, we'll call it here. So yeah, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate it. Because everything you said is true, but you also left out. So Mike Hanlon, bullied, not a classmate. He was homeschooled.
God.
Oh, some bitch.
Oh, you asshole.
You ass.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I squeezed a point out of it anyways.
You did. You managed to. Ain't I a stinker?
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
All right. This next one is about Schitt's Creek.
It's a horrible show.
I love it.
It's an amazing show with a lot of heart.
All right. Johnny and Moira Rose are nouveau riche, their wealth largely from Johnny's furniture store empire, the second largest in North America. With that wealth, Moira was able to put her life as a daytime soap opera actress behind her. As they've always led a garish life of excessive wealth, their now adult offspring, David and Alexis, have been spoiled, not knowing anything but having whatever they wanted handed to them on a silver platter their entire lives, and not having had to work a day in their lives. Their collective lives change when, out of circumstance, they end up broke, except for one asset that Johnny bought as an investment that he forgot about. A small backwater town called Schitt's Creek. The Roses are forced to move there, initially living in the Schitt's Creek Motel. The town's founding family, the Schitts, still largely control the town in their seemingly unsophisticated ways. The Roses do whatever they can to find a way back to their previous life, but in the meantime have to try to eke out a life in their new home, which is totally outside of their sensibilities.
I don't think they bought it.
What do you mean?
I don't think Johnny bought it as an investment. I think it was given to them. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I will give you 1 point. He did not buy it as an investment. You're correct. However, there is a different correct answer for how they own the town.
I don't remember, but that's all I can remember. I haven't seen it in 5 years. I watched it at the beginning of the pandemic.
I am going to say he won it in a poker game.
It's a fun guess. No, but yeah, it's a fun guess.
I got nothing.
All right.
I watched the pilot episode, and that was it.
Which I think this is in that pilot episode.
Jerry failed.
So, no, the reason they own Schitt's Creek, Johnny bought the town for his son David as a joke years earlier.
Yeah, I kind of remember that now. I thought it had something to do with David.
Now, there is a second thing in there that actually happened earlier that Daphne was in proximity to a little bit in one way.
Okay, the only thing,
I'll take the
I was going to say, the only thing I remember is they got raided by, I think FBI for like tax evasion or something like that.
Yeah. I don't even remember what it was.
I don't think that she retired from acting. I think she was still acting.
I have no clue.
I'll go to the beginning part one more time. Johnny and Moira Rose are nouveau riche. Their wealth largely from Johnny's furniture store empire, the second largest in North America. And with that wealth, Moira was able to put her life as a daytime soap opera actress behind her. As they know.
It wasn't furniture?
That is correct. Do you know what it was?
Oh, God. I can't remember.
Have a guess? He owned a franchise of video stores.
Yeah, no.
Nope. No idea.
I didn't think it was furniture store.
But you are correct. It's not furniture stores. It's video stores. All right. This one, now the next couple are very current to me. Shows I binged all the way through on this next one already. This one is about Black Mirror.
I haven't seen the new season yet, so I hope it's not about that.
No, I tried to keep all of these non-spoilery for people who haven't seen these movies and TV shows and stuff. So they're very, like, overarching, like, plot stuff that's not super spoilery. So, featuring standalone dramas, sharp, suspenseful, satirical tales that explore techno-paranoia, Black Mirror is a contemporary reworking of The Twilight Zone, with stories that tap into the collective unease about the modern world. The show's title refers to black scrying mirrors used in occult and witchcraft practices. Black mirrors allow one to look into the...
Black Mirror refers to the screens that we look at. As in, like, our phone, our television, when it's off, that it reflects it back on us.
Right. I'm actually going to give you a point for that one. This one's more of just, like, to make it a fun little fact. So I'll continue on to saying, so the show's title refers to those black scrying mirrors that allow you to look into the past, present, future, and contact or talk to spirits. Although people tend to think Black Mirror is in reference to the effect of a television or computer screen when switched off, giving a dark reflection of the onlooker. So with your thing, the correction is, because I said although people tend to believe, no, you're correct. That is what it's named after. I don't know how to tee this up for a full point, so I'll just give you that 1 point and move on. The fun fact about that is actually both things are true.
Interesting. I had never heard that about the scrying mirrors.
It's a dual purpose, yeah. Next is about The Last of Us. Of course, this kind of goes back season 1, because season 2 just launched, especially as we're recording this. Again, it's weird because people here is like, well, it's been on for a month now.
Yeah.
But yeah. So in 2003, a fungus infects a large proportion of the world's population, turning them into zombie-like creatures. Fast forward to 2033, and the world is in ruins. Survivors cluster together in quarantine centers, which are as much a prison run by the fascist government as a safe haven from the infected. People survive any way they know how. Living in Philadelphia is one such survivor, Joel Miller. He helps out the resistance, the Fireflies, whenever there's something in it for him.
No. First of all, I think it's 20 years, not 30. Maybe it is 30. But Joel isn't in Philadelphia, isn't he in Boston? And he doesn't help the Fireflies.
He does help them sometimes, I think, but...
But not, I don't think it's Philadelphia.
I'm going to go ahead and just say with everything that Daphne just gave me, she takes the lead with a full 4 points on the two things that were wrong. It is 2023, not 2033, and it was Boston, not Philadelphia. Yeah.
Did I just do that?
I was trying to remember because it was just the episode that aired.
She nailed both of them in one correction, yeah.
I couldn't take it anymore. I felt like more was coming.
The episode that aired last night, it had a sign about the year, and I knew that it was several years later. But I went, I don't think it was 33 when this started, but...
Mm-hmm.
It's Boston because of Cumbies. That's...
Yeah, no, it's definitely Boston, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. My first thought was, no, it was Texas, but then I went, no, wait, he's going to after that, when 20 years later. Daphne just was like, no, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, you're completely wrong. It was just like...
Let me fix this shit, you idiot. Yeah.
I couldn't take it anymore.
It was great.
I couldn't take it. I'm like, these are all wrong. What else? Are there 5-10 things wrong in this? I'm like, God. No, there's at least 2 that I've heard in the last, like, I won't 30
have more
seconds.
than 2 in any of these, but yeah, that... But
okay.
but like in just this rant, not only you pointed out the 2 things that were wrong, but you corrected them immediately too. So full 4 points.
At now?
So right now, Daphne has 7, Jerry has 5, and Jeff has 6. So it is still pretty close game.
Yeah.
And this next one, I still haven't seen this.
How I got 3 points.
But it comes up on this podcast way more than you would think it would. This next one is about Solo, or the 120 Days of Sodom.
Everybody's favorite movie.
Oh my God. The horrible movie that I've said that Pake should never watch in this lifetime. It's horrible.
And actually, you're the only one, Daphne, who's actually seen it. I know it, and I know I'm more familiar with the source material, the original book, although I've never read that either, than the movie.
So we'll see if anybody can get this one right.
I don't know if I can. I brain bleached myself a lot.
Benito Mussolini's Fascist Italy, 1944. In the northern Italian Republic of Salo, a Nazi-controlled puppet state, the town's 4 most wealthy, powerful, and decadent members, the Duke, the Bishop, the Magistrate, and the Baron, herd the finest specimens of young men and women into a palatial villa. Having established a set of authoritarian rules for their captives, the perverted dignitaries then plunged them into a hideous 3-part abyss of systematic degradation and torture inspired by Dante Alighieri's Inferno, the first part of the Divine Comedy. And as the sadists indulge in their most despicable vices and depraved erotic fantasies, only death can save the doomed prisoners.
Oh boy, that's a lot to unpack for anyone who hasn't seen it.
I think that kind of lets everybody know, no, this is not something I want to watch.
Right, yeah.
I'm trying to think if it was 3 or 4 or less.
Yeah, I'm going to buzz in. I think it was actually 4 parts, not 3.
I haven't seen it, but what I have here is, it is a 3-part, yeah.
I couldn't remember, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so death, I if I remember correctly, and I'm not apologizing for the
worry about
spoiler that
spoilers
this would
for this.
be.
The movie's like,
but I was going to watch it tonight.
If you watch it tonight, Peggy won't sleep for a week. Like, that's how depraved it is. Okay, so the finest specimens, they pick their own children, like, to go in there. And I want to say that death is not the only escape, because there is one girl, at least 1 or 2, I think, that do escape at the end. But by the time they reach the end, they kill most of them. Like, it's pretty awful.
Again, going off of the, like, hype up the movie synopsis, that is what's stated there. As far as the truth behind that, I'm not sure, like, technicality-wise.
It could also be one of those things like...
Okay, I don't...
More of a tagline, death is the only escape, as opposed to literally no one escapes.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking that as there. Yeah.
Okay, let me just think for a second. I mean, it's so depraved, because...
Honestly, it's a stupid one, but,
What, it's not the Baron?
I was thinking about that.
That is correct.
Yeah.
There's not a Baron. That is not the Baron.
Okay.
What is it?
That
what is the 4th person?
The other 3?
Yeah, what are
the Duke,
other 3?
The Bishop, the Magistrate, and the... Not Baron, the blank. What is the 4th one?
Is it a Count?
It is not.
No.
It's funny, because the other 3 are the ones that, like, I can, if you had asked me what they are, I was like, well, there's a Duke, a Bishop, a Magistrate, and something else.
Okay, and the Bishop is the President.
It is the President.
Wow.
Daphne gets the point.
Well done.
Fucking, that wrecked me. That movie is not for...
anyone.
As I said, it's not. It's so rough.
All right. This next one is about the movie Cold Mountain.
Oh, God. I know who's in it.
Cold Mountain. I don't know if that's going to help you in here because we're going to go over it. Cold Mountain tells the story of a wounded Confederate soldier named Inman, played by Jude Law, who struggles on a perilous journey to get back home to Cold Mountain, South Carolina, as well as to Ada Monroe, Nicole Kidman, the woman he left behind before going off to fight in the Civil War. Along the way, he meets a long line of interesting and colorful characters. While back at home, Ada is learning the ropes of managing her deceased father's family store with Ruby Thews, Renee Zellweger, a scrappy drifter who assists and teaches Ada along the way.
Was it a store or a farm?
If you word that into a...
Hank, I think it was a farm, not a store.
Then you get 2 points, yes.
I love that she's hedging it like, is this correct? Because if it's not, that's not my answer.
I'm so, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, there is a second correction in this one.
I think most of the movie took place with
on
the farm with the two women rather than have any focus on the soldier because he came in at the very end.
I mean, that could very well be true. I don't know if it's saying I don't know if that's a correction as far as just saying, here's what happened to him, and then also, this is what was happening to them.
But he doesn't talk about any characters that he had along the way.
Okay.
That's my memory anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have not seen this movie.
Not the other correction I'm going for. Yeah.
All right. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Yeah. Any other ideas?
I have not. You know what? Honestly, I have not. I've never seen it. I'm just guessing off like Oscar clips and things from that time period, so I don't...
I am going to guess that it is actually Cold Mountain is in North Carolina.
And that'd be 2 points for Jeff. That is correct. It's North Carolina, not South Carolina. Yeah.
That was pure guess. I love it.
See, sometimes it's good just to take a shot in the dark just in case. You never know. That is correct. This is North Carolina. All right, the next one is about the series Severance. Mark leads a team of office workers whose memories have been surgically divided between their work and personal lives. When a mysterious person claiming to know Lumen's secrets comes to him, begins a journey to discover the truth about their jobs.
It wasn't...
I was going to say, I'm going to leave it at there. There is a second one, but it's in the second half. I'll just get to that.
Can I just say that it's a co-worker of his, not...
That is correct. That's 2 more points. Daphne?
Why? I feel like all the ones I have any hope of knowing are in the second half of this game.
All right, but there is a second part that is here. So, the genre choices for the music dance experience include body funk, bouncy swing, buoyant reggae, effusive ska, exalted choral, exciting rap, lofty orchestral, maximized rhythms, playful punk, reckless disco, spooky ambient, tearful emo, futful grunge, wholesome big band, and wistful pipes.
One of those is wrong. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know what one it is, but I'm going to say, Jeff, Jerry, do you agree with me? One of them is wrong.
I don't even know that because I've never seen the show.
Me neither. So.
Okay.
Jerry.
Here's the thing.
Oh.
No, all of those are correct.
No, they are?
All of those are correct.
Okay. Can you read the first part again?
The correction is within that list, but all of them are correct.
I have no idea, Pake.
No clue.
I did not study the list of music choices, so I have no idea.
I feel like this is going to be extremely pedantic.
It is. I don't know if it's as pedantic as much as just like, it's another sneaky one that you're going to be like, really? I hate you. Again, if you haven't watched the show, then it's really hard. But, so any guesses at all? Last one, just shot in the dark?
No.
Jeff and Jerry?
Rootin' Tootin' Country? I don't think that's it, but...
The company...
That was in there.
Okay.
So the correction is...
Whoa.
The company isn't Lumen?
It is Lumen.
Oh, no, the company is Lumen.
So the correction is I left out one of the music choices because it's the one that was chosen for the music dance experience, which was Defiant Jazz. So I listed off all the ones that they didn't pick, but the one that they ended up going with was Defiant Jazz, and that Defiant Jazz scene is fantastic.
Yes, it is, but I couldn't for the life of me remember what it was.
30 fucking genres of music in there.
I know.
And
with the hopes that you'd be like, which one is wrong, when really, I just left one out.
I really want to say, Jeff and Jerry, you need to get on the Severance train.
I do.
Because it's only 2 seasons. Well, it's incredibly cerebral, and I think you'd both like it a lot.
So hold the phone here a second. So should I get on the Severance train or the Dropout train?
Both trains.
Just stop working.
Full steam ahead.
Just take a leave of absence.
For TV purposes, Jerry.
Yes,
come on.
It's important.
No, I don't think that will be an acceptable response.
Jerry,
reason for that much PTO.
Okay, so here's my suggestion. Watch 1 episode of From Dropout and 1 episode of Severance a day.
It feels like that's
for
going to
20
be a real
days.
swing between.
Yeah. Yeah. Depending on what you're watching. But it's fun.
I know. Get Romper Room to watch Severance.
That's a good way to do it.
They already have.
Then let's do a rewatch. Yeah.
All right. Next one. I've got a few. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. I think we can get through.
That's a lot.
Yeah, this is going to be a supersized episode.
It's not as long as the time because there was a lot of... The intro went for a little bit too.
Yeah.
Let's see. This next one is Dune Part 1. Year.
I've not seen it.
10-191. The Emperor summons Duke Leto of the noble House Atreides to take over the stewardship of the arid, inhospitable planet Arrakis, the best source of spice, the sacred hallucinogen. As the Duke relocates to the parallel... Yes.
It's the only source of spice.
That is correct. 2 points for Jerry. I don't even have to read the rest of it because who cares? That's the only one that's wrong. The rest of it is just me talking about Dune.
I didn't pick up on that. Yeah, no, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know. But now I do.
Yeah.
It's called what? What is it called? The spice?
Spice or melange.
Just spice.
Melange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Melange. Spice.
And if it isn't Virginia Madsen doing the intro, it's not worth watching.
Jerry, are you talking about the 1980s version of Dune?
The David Lynch version.
No, I'm sorry. I love David Lynch, but no.
No, I just watch it for Virginia. No. I just watch it for Virginia Madsen. That's all I watch on that. So then I skip to the other one.
Then you watch the other movie.
Yeah, no.
All right, this next one is about The Handmaid's Tale.
The happiest show on earth.
Right.
My favorite comedy.
The Handmaid's Tale is the story of life in the dystopia of Gilead, a totalitarian society in what was North America. Gilead is ruled by a fundamental... God, I can't speak on this one.
Fundamentalism.
Hey, yes, while it is in North America, it's actually the United States.
2 points for Daphne. Thank you for making me stop that one.
I'm like...
I was struggling to speak. And then the rest of it is me talking about the really fucked up things that happened in Gilead, so let's just skip over that anyway. Yes, it is just the United States because in the storyline, it's not too spoilery. Yeah. Canada is like a place of like...
a haven, yeah.
Refuge for a lot of people.
That's right. Forgot.
Yeah. If I had gotten that wrong, I might have had to turn in my credentials as a podcaster on the
Some
show.
of these are small little details meant to infuriate you, and then some of them are really easy. Now we're going back to some actors. This one is about Walton Goggins.
Walter Goggins?
Yes, the correction is actually it's Walter Goggins. No, Vic Michaelis would be mad at you for not saying it correctly. No,
it's actually John Boy Goggins, not Walton.
No.
All right, so Walton Goggins was born on November 10th, 1971 in Birmingham, Alabama, USA. He's an actor and producer known for Justified, The Hateful Eight, Predators, and much more in recent work as well. He's been married to Nadia Connors since July 28th, 2011, and they have 2 children. He was previously married to Leanne Goggins.
He wasn't born in 1971.
He was.
He was. Okay.
He does not have 2 children.
That is correct. How many children does he have?
4.
As I know this, obviously I know this. I'm just pausing for dramatic effect.
You're a close friend to the Goggins family, of course.
Absolutely. The Groggins and I go back a long ways. He has 4 kids.
Incorrect. Jerry, for a point, do you want to
He doesn't
stab at...
He has no kids.
That was also incorrect. He has 1 kid, Augustus Goggins.
Well, the other 3 are secret, so because I'm so close with them, I know about the other 3.
You're that close that you know about the secret children that even his family doesn't know about.
Yes.
Didn't he get them all jobs on the Righteous Gemstones?
I don't think... No, all of his secret children are extras on that show.
Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah.
You can't miss them. They look just like him.
Right.
Come on.
Even the daughters.
All right. This one is about Abigail Breslin. Abigail has acted since she was a small child. She's widely recognized for her role in the critically acclaimed Little Miss Sunshine, the irreverent antic comedy which created a sensation at the 2008 Sundance Film Festival. Breslin played the role of Olive, an ambitious young girl who's obsessed with winning a beauty pageant. For her performance, she received a Best Actress award from the Tokyo International Film Festival and was nominated for an Academy Award, SAG, and BAFTA for Best Actress awards. In addition, she was honored as Show West's Female Star of Tomorrow in 2008 and made her Broadway debut in 2010 in The Miracle Worker.
I don't think Little Miss Sunshine came out in 2008.
That would be correct. What year did it come out?
I want to say 2000... I'm doing math. Jerry, I'm doing math.
You're doing... Until you can do integrals in your head, I'm not going to be impressed.
2005.
Incorrect.
Okay, but I got it right that...
Yeah, you got that. It's not 2008.
I'm going to try to snipe
Jerry or
this
Jeff?
one and say that it was 2006.
That is correct. It was 2006. Now there is a second...
She wasn't nominated for an Oscar.
Incorrect.
She was nominated for an Oscar. But
oh my god, that's amazing.
I got nothing.
I am going to say she was not nominated for a BAFTA.
She was nominated for a BAFTA as well. This is another one of those, just if you missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I missed it.
Because you guys were dancing all around it. I said she was nominated for Best Actress.
She was
Best Supporting Actress.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Little things. 3 more. This next one is about Invincible.
Mm-hmm.
The son of Earth's most powerful superhero is about to become something greater than himself. Something bold. Something universal. Something invincible. From the comics to the screen, Invincible follows Mark Grayson's journey of becoming Earth's next great defender after the banishing of his father, Nolan Grayson, also known as Omni-Man.
Buzz.
I know who Omni-Man is.
Omni-Man wasn't banished. He left.
That is correct. 2 points for Jeff.
I have not watched Invincible yet.
It's very good. It's very good.
All right. This one, I threw a show into here, but honestly, the correction has nothing to do with the show. It just becomes historical fact based on the time period of the show. This one is sort of about 1923. The Duttons face a new set of challenges in the early 20th century, including the rise of Western expansion, Prohibition, and the Great Depression. Between drought and the reduced demand for agricultural products due to the end of the Great War, aka the First World War from 1914 to 1920, many farmers suffered greatly. Yes, Jerry.
First World War ended in 1918.
2 points for Jerry, that is correct.
I knew it, and I just couldn't remember. Pardon me, I was thinking it was 17, but it was... Yeah. Yep, no, I knew exactly where it was, but yeah.
Yeah.
Was that
I
it?
didn't realize they dealt with the Depression in that show, just because that was...
the Depression didn't happen for another 6 years after that.
Until 1929.
Last one. This one is about Smile 2. The pop star, Sky Riley, is preparing for a tour after 1 year in a rehab clinic. Sky had a car accident with her boyfriend Paul Hudson, who died in the crash, and now she goes on to the Jennifer Hudson show to promote her comeback.
No, not Jennifer Hudson.
Okay.
Isn't it? Oh God. It's not Wendy Williams, but I feel like it's Wendy Williams, but it's not Wendy Williams. Oh God, why can't I remember who it is? I need a new brain.
I have a spare in the back.
No, Pake got it, because we've covered the movie, and that's one of the songs in it is New Brain. I don't remember, but I know it's not Jennifer Hudson.
You're correct. It was not Jennifer Hudson. Does anybody have a guess on whose show she went on to promote the tour?
I know it. I know it. It's here.
I got it. I'll take a stab.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson.
No,
Darn
it was not.
No. It's, okay. I'm gonna go with this. I don't think it's it, but I'm gonna go with it anyway because she's on my fucking reels every day on Facebook. Drew Barrymore.
It was the Drew Barrymore show.
It was?
It was.
I didn't think it was.
Yeah.
In my head, I was thinking of someone else whose name starts with a T. Like, that's what I was thinking
Drew
of.
Barrymore.
But, yeah.
Brew Terrymore.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that movie. Like, I shouldn't like it as much as I do, because it's really gruesome, but I love Sky Riley.
So hopefully that's the end of that. So yeah, hopefully that was fun.
What was the final score on that?
So the final score: Jeff with 12, Jerry with 9, and Daphne with 18.
Holy shit!
What? How did I get 18? I had
Holy
0
shit.
after the first 6.
Oh,
You came in
God.
strong in the back half for sure.
I sure did.
I think that you put all the ones that I had a clue
You
about in the
backloaded
back half. Because I honestly thought this was a Brennan Lee Mulligan. I cannot win. I've solved your riddle puzzle master. That's what I thought for sure. That,
Well,
yeah, no.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
I honestly didn't. I think The Last of Us is when I
Yeah.
jumped in.
When you got like 12 points in that.
No,
Damn near
I cobbled it.
damn near unanswered points.
Yeah.
No, I really, like I said, I really thought that Pake was doing one of those things where it was that he was going to
Just
come up with all the
purposely
things
picking-
I don't like.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, because when I started beside Michael Anthony Hall, but then when I started Wheel of Time, White Lotus, Midsummer, Better Man, it's like Daphne's just like, okay, I get it. Nothing that I've seen,
I
and
know
nothing
where
else.
we're going.
Yeah.
I know where we're going. This is a Daphne can't win
Oh,
thing.
gosh.
We did it once before for someone else.
Gee, I
I thought
wonder
you were
who.
bringing it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, no, the back section it got more back,
Yes.
not even like back half, because then it was like from it.
Yeah.
It's like it, Schitt's Creek, Black Mirror, Last of Us, Solo is honestly even yours.
Yeah, you got 2
Severance.
points on that one.
You know, like it just kind of.
Yep.
I cobbled it together. I don't know. I know that I did not start very well, but The Last of Us I couldn't even.
Well, I had fun with that. Hopefully, you guys did
She
too.
was offended by when you started with The Last of Us. You're like, that is not correct at all.
Not
How
correct.
dare you?
No. I honestly want to read some of these to Chris just to see if he'll get them, like The Last of Us, because I feel like I don't know if he would. The Last of Us, he would probably, but I think because I'm back in that world now. Because I mean, by the time this episode comes out, The Last of Us has been out for a month. So,
but for us, we
people are
just watched
watching
the
it.
season 2 premiere last night.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
So we're way ahead of you,
Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
Most
Yeah.
Does it work like
definitely.
that?
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. Makes perfect
Okay.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Pake, that was a really good game.
Good. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun for me.
You can do that one again, maybe.
No, we'll see. Yeah,
That
I
would
can
be fun.
pull more stuff together. Anytime I can just rip off Dropout games.
You just have to call it something else. It's not actually. It's
If we could do
however,
we could do like an improvised musical episode.
That'd be fun.
Is that possible?
I don't know if the timing of Zoom connections would make that very listenable, but
that might have to wait till we're all together again.
Yeah.
So.
no, I do have another idea that kind of combines another dropout thing with maybe something else. That maybe I'll even do next week. I don't know. We'll see.
next week.
Or not next week, but my next game in a month. Next month.
Did you want to do the game next week and I'll take a break?
Yeah, I'm taking over and I do games from now on. No, I don't need to be trying to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what the game's going to be for next week, but I have a whole week to figure it out.
Yeah, and I already have my next 3 games figured out.
Of course you do.
Ooh.
Oh, God. Flictionary Part 2, Flictionary Part 3, Math for Dummies Part 5.
When did we do the first 4 parts?
All on the same night.
I don't know.
All in the
I
same
mean, I
night.
did math tonight, Jerry, and I figured out that Abigail Breslin was not like, you know, 12 or 13 when she did.
Okay. Did we figure out how a 50-50 works, Jeff?
I'm still a little bit confused, but I think I've got it. It's either you get it or you don't. So,
Okay.
pretty sure that's how it works.
I think so.
Every single one of Pake's questions tonight was a 50-50.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Either you knew something that was wrong in there or you didn't.
That's still not how it works, and you know it.
And sometimes
Sounds right to me.
there's not enough brain bleach to wipe things from your memory.
I can bring some brain bleach.
Jerry, we're not going to see you for 2 years because you've already said that you're not coming to the meetup this
dare
year,
you.
so you won't be bleaching anyone's brains in October.
Well, I can call in from Ireland or wherever I'm at.
Will you be there when we're at the meetup?
Depends on the day.
It's the same weekend. It almost. No, wait, we did it different this time. So, yeah, the 15th through the 20th, or
I'll be
that,
back
of October.
Yeah, I'll be back on the 5th, or more or less.
So you can make it. to Choco. Good.
No, I can't.
He could fly over Friday night.
You'll have 10 whole days that you've been home and you plenty of time to relax. And then you can head out.
I am not
Fly over just for the weekend. Fly over Friday night.
Oh, Jesus, you all are killing me.
No, it's easy to do. Fly over on Friday night.
Fly back on
Fly
Saturday.
home on Sunday night.
Just a quick pop in. Say hey.
Sure.
Come on, it'd be such a great surprise, Jerry. None of us would be expecting it, and it would
Now
be
we
just
will.
like a what?
Now we're expecting it, though.
Yeah, and now you're expecting it now.
I know. I mean, I've almost done ridiculous things.
I've never done ridiculous things.
Never.
Ever.
A couple years ago, I almost flew to Texas for the Ring of Honor pay-per-view because Pake had an extra ticket and I couldn't get the flights to line up, and I had like points and stuff, but I couldn't get the flights to line up so I could actually get there in time. But that was something that was a thing. You just sometimes do unpredictable things. It's okay.
Then you could have been on the hard cam on TV eating nachos next to me that whole pay-per-view.
I could have. That was so fun. Was that also the Briscoe?
Yep.
Oh,
Their final
man.
Ring of Honor match. Yep.
Oh, bummed I missed that. I tried to get the flights to work. It just would not line up. But I wanted to go so bad. That was when I had to miss San Francisco, too, that year,
gosh.
I think.
Yeah.
So I really, really wanted to, go.
Well, you missed San Francisco for another reason, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I couldn't go to San Francisco because I had surgery, unexpected surgery.
The hubris and the gall of you.
I know. But the pay-per-view was, mid-December, I think, and so I was recovered enough, so that I could go. And, yeah, I couldn't get things to line up. And usually I can, but I couldn't get anything to work, so I couldn't go. It was very last minute. Like, that week, Pake's like, I've got an extra ticket. I'm like, would it be crazy if I flew down?
Yes, but you should do it anyway if you want to.
And then it just didn't work. Yeah. But I will go to my first Ring of Honor pay-per-view in July. So I'm excited. A whole week of wrestling, pretty much. So it's going to be great.
Well, we're all rooting for you to win your matches.
So.
Hey, just go listen to Welcome to the Apocalypse if you want to know what I would do as a wrestler. Okay? Just going to say.
Kill your tag team partner with a chair. Yes.
Yes. She was a zombie. What am I supposed to do?
An excuse.
Come on.
Let her use that as her finishing move, and you'll definitely win.
Maybe. Well, if you like what you've heard, you can find us at buffalobuffalopodcast.com or on Facebook and Instagram at Buffalo Podcast.
Yep.
Until next time.
I'm gonna go chug some NyQuil.
Switched over. It's Buffalo, yeah! Actually, is it Buffalo?
Bye, son.